Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about AAVE. I'm going to be providing my longer term market analysis update. I'm going to be looking at the 2021 weekly moving averages, and that's been our key level of resistance throughout the bear market. I'll cover some key levels of support and my thoughts on the AAVE Bitcoin ratio and what I want to see moving forward to be bullish on AAVE. So I hope you guys do enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out our sponsors in the link in the description below. And if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. So first, I just want to start off by talking about these weekly moving averages, the 20 and 21. You can see them on the chart right here, the green and red lines. Now, I want to zoom in here and first just look at how these two moving averages have been the resistance throughout the bear market ever since AAVE lost them as support back here in September of 2021. So you can see quite clearly here that AAVE has had several rejections off these moving averages coming up to this level, rejecting, forming lower lows and lower highs. Now, we did have this false breakout right here in April on this lower high, but do consider the fact that it was a very short breakout where eventually on the next weekly candle, we came right back under these moving averages. And ultimately, a few weeks later, we had that rejection as well. So what I really want to focus on is how AAVE has had several retests over the last few months, with this retest in August, another in September, and now we're right up at this level once again. And typically when you have these more frequent retests, that does come at a higher probability that this level does eventually break. So into the next few months, specifically to be bullish on AAVE, what I want to see is AAVE start to reclaim these moving averages and then for them to start to upward slope. Now, as an illustration, if we have in the next few weeks, we get above this level, come down and consolidate above these moving averages as they do start to slope back up, that would be a very bullish sign because that would really break the structure of what we've seen, again, ever since September of 2021 when we first lost these as our support, and that would eliminate the risk of forming another lower high off this region as we have done with all of these arrows indicating 1 rejection, 2 rejections, 3, and then you could count this as 4 and 5 as well. So that really does have a bullish narrative behind it because not only is the 20-week average starting to slope back up, representing at the very least a closing price higher than 20 weeks ago, but also represents the fact that this is no longer going to be our major resistance. So that's specifically what I want to focus on into the next few months for AAVE because of how significant these moving averages have been throughout the bear market. Now, along the 20 and 21 weekly moving averages, I'm also going to be looking at the 200-day simple moving average. So that is going to be this green line right here. And first, let me just remove these drawings so we can have a fresh look at this moving average. Going back here to that same time frame in September of 2021, this level was also lost as our support. And in fact, we did flip it into resistance. We came up to this level in November. Recall, this is when Bitcoin actually formed its all-time high. AAVE was holding under this level as resistance, consolidating under it, eventually turning over. And then we had another retest right here in December, again holding it as resistance. Another move right here to April. Similar to the weekly chart, this actually had a deviation where we had a few daily closes under it. Ultimately, on the retest coming back down, we were unable to hold it as support. So this level is coming in right around $96, and I do want to focus on this as well because this moving average is much more aggressive in its downward trajectory where it does have that negative slope. And the reason is because if we go back here 200 days ago, AAVE was closing prices upwards in this region at that April lower high around $250. So it's going to be averaging down pretty quickly, and we will be seeing a retest, I believe, in the next few weeks, just given how quickly it's moving down. And if AAVE were to have a move up in the next few days, we could get that retest coming up very soon here. Now, there is no guarantee that we do get that retest, but I will say I believe it is a very high probability that eventually we will be seeing a move back up to the 200-day average, and it's going to be very important to watch out for whatever reaction we get. So if we have a move similar to that of this lower high in April where we get above it for just a few days and then come right back under it, that would be a bearish sign that maybe this is going to still be resistance and we might have another leg down similar to how we did back on these previous lower highs. So now I want to switch over here to the AAVE Bitcoin ratio. And as I said, this is going to be a very key level to watch out for because it's showing AAVE's relative performance to Bitcoin. And with altcoins, I really do like to see them outperforming Bitcoin. They tend to take on higher risks, so I look for that outperformance. Now I'm going to be looking at this yellow line, which is going to be the 50-week simple moving average. And this is a positive sign because we actually have been closing back above the 50-week for the first time really since losing it right back here in September of 2021, that same time frame. Now with the 50-week, it has been support in this entire uptrend that we had from July of 2019 all the way up to the peak right here in May of 2021. You can see the bounce off support, bounce off support, bounce off support, another bounce, very weak, and then ultimately rolling over, flipping it right into resistance. So we have been closing back above this level once again for the first time since losing it back here in September. So that is a very positive and significant move. Now, to be bullish on this ratio, really, I just want to see AAVE Bitcoin continue to hold above this and then consolidate, retesting it as support. So as an illustration, what that would look like, if I just zoom in here, if the 50 weeks starts to round off here and then slopes back upward, I'm going to be watching out to see if AAVE Bitcoin can hold above this level, reclaim it as support, and then ideally, if we can have some sort of consolidation period and then make a higher high, that would be a very bullish sign that AAVE could start to outperform Bitcoin quite significantly, which would bring a lot of relative strength into this chart, which is exactly what I want to see. I want to see its outperformance with respect to Bitcoin, and I think that is definitely something to be watching out for into the next few months. So I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, once again, check out our sponsors in the link in the description below. You can sign up to the exchange ftx.us with my referral code SNOWYCrypto or with the link in the description below. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one.